Tigers, and I believe they just miss out on finals in the B grade. Is that correct?
Unfortunately, the loss last week just put them back a little bit with the points.
Absolutely, and as we cast our eyes over the round 17 results, Wangaratta Magpies had an 11-goal win over Myrtleford, 38-29. Brooke Price was named best on court for the Magpies with Amanda Umansky, Georgia Clark, Kelly Keane and Amy Byrne all scoring, and Beck Piazza and Sally Potter notching the goals for Myrtleford. Probably a little bit undermanned, the Myrtleford Saints, with Soph representing Collingwood in the Australian Netball Champs, and they'll be looking to bounce back today. Albury are coming off a really comprehensive win against the Wodonga Bulldogs, 55-37. Their best players last week were Gabe McRae, Neve Thorne and Marlene Hillier. For the Bulldogs, Ella Dickens, Leah Mayfield and Ellie Ainsworth. But someone that I'm looking forward to seeing out on court today, as always, is Lily Howe in that goal shooter role. She's someone that's probably really found her feet in the competition this year. Yeah, for sure. Her statistics are fantastic when you look at them. And I think it's quite every week she's pulling these. Like, she's shooting at 70-80%. Really nice support for those and for the team. Yeah, 42 goals last week for her and 13 from Marnie Hillier in goal attack. Yarrawonga well on their winning way, and part of the reason that they cemented the top spot last week. 76 the winners over the Rovers, 35. Good to see Sarah Moore back on court after an ankle injury. She notched 22 from 27. Maddie Allen, much improved stats from her, 35 goals, and Kalisha Pell with 19, with the Crelcham sisters of Samantha and Rebecca being ever so dominant in their shooting circle, 18 and 17, and I'm sure most of them were long-range shots. And then the last game, which was probably the most interesting game from last week, was the Wodonga Raiders taking on Lavington. Raiders were actually leading for the most part of this game, and Lavington had to really fight back. Mads, you were at the game. Yep, it was intense. How was it? Oh, it was a hard game for both teams, and it was just those few mistakes that unfortunately cost the Raiders at the end, but just Lavington really capitalised on them as well. And Ange DeMamiel, Brooke Wilson and Steph Clancy, so the mid-court for Lavington were named in their best, and we mentioned that Brooke Wilson's not here today on a family holiday, but you said that she swung into that shooting role as well. Yeah, yep, does have that ability to go into GA and just kind of be that third passer in, but just absolutely killed it when she went into that circle. And great stats as well from the shooting pair at the Raiders of Taylor Donlan and Emily Stewart, 27 for Taylor and 22 for Em Stewart. As we cast our eyes over the ladder, Yarrawonga have secured top spot, 52 points. They're also number one in the attacking stats and their percentage, but third ranked defensively. The interesting things where things could shift today are the Wangaratta Magpies are second, however they have the bye today. So what stands on the ladder stands. Lavington are currently in third. They are only a game behind Wangaratta, but they have about 12% to make up, which is a big for and against to do in one game. And I'm feeling like the defensive pressure of Albury are going to really limit that today. Yeah, definitely. Very strong in that back line. The other change in the top five, Wodonga Raiders are currently sitting in fourth and Myrtleford are in fifth. If the Raiders were to have a comprehensive win against Myrtleford and Lavington were to lose today, Raiders would be on equal points as Lavington, and it would go to percentage. There's only a 9% differential there at the moment. If Myrtleford are to beat Raiders, they will jump ahead of them very easily because their percentage is quite a lot higher. So interesting and good to see that our last round will determine definitely how those positions will end up. It's always a little bit more exciting. Makes things a little bit more exciting. In news for this week, Tina Way at Myrtleford is playing her 150th O&M A grade game this weekend, notching up this milestone against Raiders, which is where she made her A grade debut at only 14 years old in 1996. She's a best and fairest winner, an O&M representative, as well as when she left this area, she went and played 200 plus games in the Darwin Premier League, captaining the Northern Territory team in the Australian Netball League in 2008, 2009 and 2012. So quite a resume, another very talented player, but co-coaching down there at Myrtleford they'll be looking to really celebrate with a win. Maddie Kennedy is also playing 150 club games for Yarrawonga. I'm assuming that Maddie will line up in either the C grade or the B grade, and another young player notching up that stat already is incredible. We touched a little on Sophie Hanrahan. She is off representing Collingwood Magpies this week at the Australian Netball Championships in Queensland. Collingwood have played 4 round games, winning 3 against the GWS Giants, the Sunshine Coast Lightning and the Canberra Darters. They lost 1 to Adelaide Thunderbirds, which puts them second in their pool, just behind the Adelaide Thunderbirds, and they will line up today in the second semi-final against the West Coast Fever at 5 p.m, and I believe you can tune into those on the KO freebies. Interestingly, if they win, they will get the chance to play off for gold at the championships. If they lose, they will play off for bronze, and both of those games are tomorrow. So we're wishing
great opportunities,
all the best, and she's had a little bit of court time, a little bit through wing defence and goal defence, so she's doing brilliantly. And Jane Cooks, we've mentioned as well, previous Wodonga Bulldogs player in amongst that team as well. So big good shout out to Soph Hanrahan. The Upper Murray League today, it is their grand final. Tumbarumba are coming up against Cudgewa, coached by sister to today's coach for the Albury Tigers in Sky Hillier. Her sister Kirby Hillier coaches Cudgewa. Tumba actually defeated Cudgewa in the first final to go straight through to the grand final, and it was really wet conditions, so it will be really interesting. Cudgewa are coming off a win against Corryong last week, so all the best for players in that. What a cracking day to play a grand final.
It's a very different day to a wet day today, so it's finals fever, you can feel it.
And the Tallangatta and District Netball League action kicks off today. The qualifying final is Yakandanda and Thaguna, which both teams have ex-Ovens and Murray athletes in them, so that should be a real cracking game. And then the elimination final tomorrow, we'll see Midar taking on Chilton, with Kiwa Sandy Creek earning the week off from finishing on top. In the Hume League, it is also their final round. Osborne will finish minor premiers. Jindra, Howlong, Billabong, Colcan and Holbrook round out the top 6. And should Jindra lose and Howlong win, their positions on the ladder are the only ones that could change if percentage is big enough. So interesting finish to those leagues as well. But as we cast our eyes over today's team cards, the Lavington Panthers are coached by Linda Charlton, and they will start with the shooting duo that we are used to for this season in Christina Gucci in goal shooter, Olivia Sanson in goal attack, Maddie Lloyd in wing attack, Ange Demamiel in centre, Steph Clancy in wing defence, Taylor Ferbra in goal defence, with Kate Mastronati in goalkeeper, and on their interchange, Sarah Curley, Audrey Adams, Monica Dimboski and Amy Houlihan. How have the girls been lining up on the training track, Mads?
Been going really well. They've definitely got a lot more numbers and things like that since the end part of the year. It's been great to see them step up. Also, the morale around them has been really positive, I think, as they realise the intention that they can possibly make it to the grand final. It's always that little bit more exciting if you just keep pushing. So very exciting as we come forward into September.
Excellent. And for the Albury Tigers, Sky Hillier is their coach. In goal shooter, Lily Howe. Goal attack, Marnie Hillier. Wing attack, Gretel Schroeder. Centre, Gabe McRae. Wing defence, Heidi Fisher. Goal defence, Neve Thorne. Goalkeeper, Brigitte Singy. And an interchange bench with Sarah Mellington, Claudia Hocking and Kajana McCowan. A very standard lineup for the Tigers, and once they got this core 7 out on court, we've seen how competitive they can be. The last game against Lavington was a cracker and went right down to the wire. And for mine, one of the matchups on court that I'm really looking forward to is in the mid-court between Heidi Fisher and Maddie Lloyd.
They always do have a good contest when they play against each other, former teammates and now opposition, but it's always good to head out. They always are definitely white line fever, both of them. They just love the game and they want to work as hard as they can for their team.
And they will definitely run side by side for the most part. And I really like in the mid-court as well, Ange DeManuel coming up against Gabe McRae. And I think Gabe's a real linking player, as Ange is for both teams, which is what you want a centre to be. But they both kind of quietly just go about their business, but they can both get their hands over ball and kind of create turnovers that don't look like they're going to be there.
Which is what you want for your centre. You want them to be that third option all the time, but to always be there and to always play that defensive role and attacking role.
And someone else for the Panthers that's been outstanding this year, particularly stepping up as Sarah Meredith became unavailable, is Taylor Ferber.
Amazing.
Champion on and off court, but just, again, kind of quietly goes about her business and hands, legs everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. She's been a beautiful addition to that A-grade side. I mean, obviously played A-grade before and things like that, but just really cemented her role this year, which is great.
And as well, down the other end of the court in that defensive role, Brigitte Singy, particularly, she was really crook in that halfway point of the season, and she's really found her feet and found real form in this second half of the season.
Yep, I'm very much looking forward to watching her play, because last time we played Albury, unfortunately she was unavailable due to sickness, so it'll be good to see her out in court today.
And it will be interesting if Kajana McCowan takes the court for the Tigers today, fresh off the plane from Perth after the National Basketball Schools Championships, which her and Sister Alira McCowan were part of the winning New South Wales team, which I don't think you'd hear of very often. If they look to her to change things, maybe a little bit of that agility jump and things for the likes of Christine, just to mix up things in the circle.
Yep, definitely.
Only time will tell your prediction for today, Mats.
Look, I'm going to have to say Lavi. I think with them moving forward, this win will be a really nice opportunity to try out some things, or this game, sorry, will be a great time to try everything out, try different combinations ahead of finals.
Absolutely, and I think today, dry court, sunny conditions, I think Lavington will want to really post a good win leading into finals. I don't think Albury are going to make it easy for them at all. I think it's going to be very close, but I think Lavington will really want that positive edge heading into that first week of finals.
And looking at the statistics of both the shooters, it's great because, you know, they're getting a lot of these goals in. They're working really hard, those both the goal shooters at each end, so it'll be a great game in that mid-court, because that's maybe where they make and break it.
And I did get asked earlier this morning if Lavington would really try and push for that percentage and just try and bomb the ball in, but I think Coach Linda would want them to play a really clean, concise game and really work on the things that they're going to need in finals and not change their game up too much. But you might know a little bit more on that, Mads.
Oh, look, I think sometimes they can look a little bit more into Christine, because she is there and she's got that height and she puts her hand up and she's nearly a metre taller than everyone else. So I think sometimes it's on, but also it's good to have that ability to change it up as well, because you don't want to do that every time.
And I think that's something that Maddie Lloyd has really come into her own this season, is really stopping, propping and giving up that ball. As we see the players take the court for this first quarter in the final round of the home and away season. The players are just checking which direction they are going, and we've got a bit of a change of ends. So Tigers will be shooting in this first quarter just in front of us. Lavington will be shooting at the far end, and it is a Lavington centre pass to start with Ange DeManuel. As the first whistle is sounded, this first quarter action is thanks to Cavalier Holmes. Liz Sanson looks cross-court.
It's a big pass over.
Great
defensive play by Marnie Hillier there.
Alison Miani in support on the coaching bench for the Tigers today. You can already hear her voice loud and clear from where we are. A great ex-player of the Ovens and Murray to have on their bench, and Lily Howe nets the first goal off the Lavington centre pass, and it is Albury centre pass to come. Marnie Hillier gives off to McRae. Schroeder centering ball to Howe. It came with some force and
just
quite pick up, and Steph Clancy in wing defence is able to pick up the scraps. Ferber setting the penalty with Fisher out of play. DeManuel and Lloyd quick hands. The high ball goes in. Too far for Iguchi to take the shot. And time has been called. Playing
It's nothing
bibs
worse than they
flicked
come off. Happens far too often.
Liv Sanson in goal attack getting us underway. She's well within range, and we saw her.
Oh, great rebound by Christine there as well.
1 goal apiece. We did see Liv taking some beautiful shots in pre-game.
Yep, definitely. We'd say it's a super court. What is it? Super
shot?
Super shot in the Suncorp, yeah. And looking into Christine, which is lovely.
And
she's there every
for
day.
her second goal. So 2 goals to 1 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. McRae, wide ball to Schroeder, double plays with Hillier. And they look back to the line for the reset. Hillier swings through.
Great defensive pressure there by Steph Clancy as well.
Kate Mastronati, great work there on her feet just to get right around the player, confuse the space a little bit.
And positioning her body beautifully as well, because Lily was there, but she wasn't there at the last minute when they threw it.
Well, the high ball goes in, but Iguchi can't manage possession and puts the Tigers on the attack. McRae is really singing.
Beautiful feed down that line by Albury Tigers as well.
Offside call. Pass on here to the Tigers. Schroeder gaining possession.
And great 3 by Ferber as well. She's always holds that beautifully and is able to hold for the whole 3 seconds.
Yeah, and hold the distance too, causing a couple of balks. From Hillier, and Fisher tries to replicate the same at the other end. Just reminded to not be talking while out of play.
Oh.
And
Brigida Singhi held her Christine in a beautiful spot then.
And a contact call. I was going to say that wasn't the right option there from Lloyd. She had Manuel right in front, cutting a great angle onto the circle, but the umpire saw a contact there instead, and the ball trickled
Sanson
out.
kept the ball in.
Marginally kept it in.
Oh no, second time that the bib's fallen off the
So we have a
knee.
time here. They're asking for tape to be put on as we see Coach Sky Hillier fixing the bibs up.
I mean, that was definitely us last year when
End of the season, the Velcro gets
yeah.
a bit Crumbly.
The new dresses have been
Sanson
wonderful
lines
with
up
that.
and just can't quite net the goal, and seeing another great rebound from her. Thorne prompted to keep going. She had all the space behind her. Schroeder, much better timing and a great release there from Lily Howe. And a good second goal for the Tigers. So 6 goals to 2 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard.
It was very good by Clancy just stepping in front of Heidi Fisher as well, just to keep her out of that play for that one more second.
Next ball, exactly right. 7 goals to the Panthers. Tigers centre pass to come. Schroeder forced to do lots of dodging there to try and find some space. And Hilliard gives off to McRae. Howe coming out. Cross-court ball to Schroeder. Into Hilliard.
Gabe McRae just makes a lot of room on that circle for her shooters and options.
And Howe bounces back with a great rebound from Lily Howe, and again dribbles out.
Just hit the same spot of the ring and bounced exactly where it was before.
Change of direction there from Ferbra, and within 4 passes they've transitioned. Sanson's down, tripped over her own feet, having a little bit of a laugh out there.
There wasn't even anyone near her. She couldn't blame anyone. It's just her falling over.
Tackle, so having a little giggle there as well. Fisher to Thorne again, really wide on this channel closest to us, and they'll be wanting to look to bring it a little bit more centred, but Mastronati, great
positioning,
from her.
yeah. Kept Lily Howe out of it wonderfully and kept her where she didn't want to be.
She's really stepped up well into this A-grade line, Kate Mastronati. Great drive there from Maddie Lloyd, 2/3 across the court, and same spot Singy came out, but contacted in the process.
Beautiful feed in there by Ange D'Emanuel as well to Liv.
And good goal there from Liv Sanson. 8 goals to 2 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Lloyd and Clancy double play. Find the space, open up and step in from Christine.
A great goal by Christine.
For the Panthers, 9th goal. Talking about someone that quietly goes about their business.
Oh, yep. You won't hear boo from her.
A nice little smile there, and I always love looking at her hairstyles. I just wish I could rock some braids like that.
Yep.
Hilliard lines up, long shot from her, and it is short on this side. So the Panthers have the opportunity to increase the lead again. Mastronati to Clancy, and back again. Defensive pressure from Tigers is high. And we've got another bib.
A bib incident, unfortunately.
On the ground. More tape to come. Almiani just fixing Lily Howe's bib up at this end. And we'll get underway very soon. 8.5 minutes played here on the McRae Motors time clock.
And it's a lot hotter today compared to any game we've played in the last
the last month has been cold.
It's really reminding us it was winter, but today it's showing us that it's finals.
Maddie Lloyd in wing attack. Centre in D'Emanuel linking. D'Emanuel finding the top of the circle beautifully, and a great feed into Aguchi. And the Panthers, they are 8 goals in front, 10 goals to 2 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Great balk there from Lloyd to get the defenders just on the back foot, and the high ball in again.
Bounced
great
just on the ring.
from Thorne, front position.
Beautiful
Fisher
positioning.
and McRae timing up well for that transition. Hilliard, great work, forced to take the extra step and does. Oh, great. Is that elevation from D'Emanuel?
Oh, Kay Maserati's just keeping her exactly where she wants, where she doesn't want to be, Lily, unfortunately, Lily Howe.
And a third goal from the Tigers. Their centre pass to come. They'll be wanting to decrease this deficit a little bit. Beautiful. There we go. Lily Howe presenting nicely for the ball. Mid-range shot. Rebound effort there from Hillier is great, keeping the ball in. And just a little bit too much on that. Howe actually had the front position there. And just too much on it. Clancy and Ferbera bring this ball down well. Lloyd.
Great high ball into Christine.
Really accurate.
They are definitely, we talked about earlier that they probably wouldn't feed that high, but they have been keeping the ball really high into that attacking end for Lavington.
Well, as you said, once Christine has her arms up, she does give that big difference, and I think they do need to start pushing her, particularly as we head into these final series and the pressure mounts.
Yeah.
They're going to be maybe some of those clinch moments that will win the tight game. 12 goals to 3 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. Into the last 5 minutes of this first quarter, and the ball just too far in front of goal attack. Hillier, Mastronati opts for the bounce pass to Clancy. And the Panthers push to one side, but getting it back out into space in front.
Christine's just holding her body exactly where she needs it to be. So,
and I think Singy did really well then coming off the body. She came around, she's just trying a few.
She's got to try things, why not?
I think it's the ball coming in so quickly.
Yep.
It's when they can slow the feed down, but you can't leave a shooter like Liv Sanson on her own because...
Oh, unfortunately, they both missed the ball.
Miss it both, but we just know how dominant she can be on those long shots. A little bit of a complacent pass there, but Thorne manages to gain possession. Fisher and McRae linking beautifully through that midcourt. Great effort there for Howe to keep that ball in.
They've done very well on that baseline, both attackers. They're backing each other up brilliantly.
And I do love Lily Howe holding strong, but she does have the speed to come forward really quickly and change up what she's doing. Hillier in short range, 4th goal for the Tigers here. Their centre pass to come, so good defensive turnover there. Schroeder finding some space around Clancy.
A quick 1-2, yeah.
And again, just off balance.
Good fight there, Steph and Gabe McRae. Steph Clancy, it is.
I don't think Gabe McRae was really expecting that ball either.
No,
Clancy
it was
had
quick.
more eye for ball. Schroeder contests the ball. Contact.
It was a quick pass down by Steph Clancy. Unfortunately, they weren't able to hold on to it, Lavington.
A bit slippery out there on the foot, sorry. Great shooter-to-shooter combination there.
Great
and
shot.
Much better shot there from Howe. 13-5 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. Couple of minutes left to play in this first quarter. Oh, Lloyd just gets it in. It kind of took a long time to get there.
Singy could see exactly where it was going. Unfortunately, she just couldn't get that high. Get to the height of Christine.
And sometimes those are the things that can happen. A wayward pass again for the the Tigers. Great baseline drive there from Marnie Hillier. And a nice quick response from them. 14-6 here.
They seem to be both getting themselves into the position where they can shoot quite quickly, Albury Tigers, so they're doing really well in that end.
And I think they are aware of the ability of the jump of Taylor Ferbera, so they either want to get her balked and out of play or put the shot up really quickly, because we know that she can reject a beautiful ball over, as we see a great roll there off the body from Howe. Bit of a great shot as well. Bit of a decoy move, I was going to say, opening up the space for the other players. Tigers with the last few quick goals in the dying moments of this first quarter. Penalty will be taken just inside the circle. And a much better placed ball there from Hillier to Howden. Not great.
Just a little bit short.
It's a little bit short. Hillier with the high ball.
Oh, really hard. Did very well to keep that in then.
And get off a much balanced pass. Great goal there.
Just a pop in from Gabe McRae. Just knew that it was coming.
Great goal to finish. 14 goals to 7 here. Lloyd, you can hear them saying straight in, and there is time. So this has been the first quarter at the Lavington Sports Ground. The Lavington Panthers leading the Albury Tigers. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol?
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery!
I can actually drive!
Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
A little bit eager here to get back on the court.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, brought to you by McRae Motors. Great first quarter, opening quarter from the Panthers, 14 goals to 8 leaders. The Tigers getting a couple of quick goals to finish that first quarter to decrease the deficit. Gabe McRae in centre, stepping up for the first centre pass for the Tigers.
And they've changed it up. We've got Sarah Mellington coming in on wing attack. And Brigida Singh's come out to GD.
Contest there from Hillier through the mid-court. Yeah, Brigida Singh and Neve Thorne changing positional tactics. Thorne just working her feet around Christina Gucci, changing up as Singh is out of play just in front of us, and Miss Sanson with the front ball. And a beautiful shot to start this second quarter.
Nice swish by Liv to get ahead in the game, starting the second quarter, which is wonderful.
No changes for the Panthers. The high ball again to Lloyd.
Great shot by Christine. A little bit out of her range, really, but just played it and shot beautifully.
Mellington in wing attack. It's back to Fisher. Cross-court ball deep into the pocket. Hillier sweeping forward using that arc. And the high ball into Howe. Takes a breath and just can't quite grab it in. And
Unfortunately hit the back of the ring and then
juggled, but just couldn't quite manage to keep it in. Tigers reply with their 9th goal of this game, 16-9 here.
Lavington centre.
On the Crane Motors scoreboard.
Great defensive pressure there by Sarah Mellington, coming down and blocking that wing attack or that GA to get the ball.
Which is that real basketball instinct. Mellington is a real utility player coming into this Tigers lineup. We could see her in the midcourt, we could see her shooting, or we could see her down in defence.
You always want somebody on the bench who can really do anything.
And again, the high ball in double defence, but makes no difference to Christine. 17 plays 9 here on the Crane Motors scoreboard. In the other games, Yarrawonga
a great long bomb
to 11.
Sorry, great long bomb by Lily Howe then.
Oh, Mastronati disappointed there. It didn't quite come off. And Lily Howe, the 10th goal for the Tigers. Yarrawonga, yes, 21-11 over Wodonga. Myrtleford 24. Raiders leading Myrtleford 10. And North Albury with a 5-goal buffer over the Rovers. So probably surprising there the amount that the Raiders and Myrtleford score has already blown out. 14 goals is Christina Gucci. The 18th goal for the Panthers, 18-10 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Oh, and Demamiel, the ball went kind of through her hands, but then into the hands of Howe.
They seem to be setting up that triangle really well in that attacking end for Albury Tigers. Just seems to feed it really quickly.
And scoring a little bit more off their own centre pass.
Yep.
Mellington with the hands over pressure, keeping Lloyd busy on the transverse line, and
great
the defensive
position.
turnover comes good. So that started with the hands over pressure of Mellington, and then all 4 defenders in this defensive third for the Tigers working hard.
Sometimes you forget how much of an impact it is just putting your hands up, because then it might cause something a little bit further down the court.
And how a great response there and reward for that defensive effort. Albury with the centre pass to come, trailing by 6. Marnie Hillier using that centre channel beautifully on the line. They opt to go back, the Tigers. Singy and Fisher teaming up there. Hillier finding the centre channel in the top of the circle. Balks a couple of times. 1-2 with Mellington and into Howe.
Did just a great position for that pass, because Taylor Fairbrother had her hands up at that spot. It just dropped at the right time for Lily Howe.
Great response from the Tigers. And Singy beautifully timed there and came around the body to avoid contacting Sanson. Fisher.
Great hands up by Steph Clancy.
To Mellington, and Clancy getting a touch.
Unfortunately, just couldn't hold on to it, Steph Clancy, because it could have been the other way pretty quickly.
Just on the wrong angle there. Mellington cross court to Hillier. Long range shot. Oh, and it just nets out. It looked like it was going through and just skimmed out again.
Yeah.
As a shooter, I know they're the ones that you hate. Ferbra has to look twice for an option. Lloyd having to do a lot through that centre channel. Sanson nearly steps on there, but manages to keep the ball away. Heidi Fisher coming through and obstructed on the circle edge.
Oh, just a low pass, unfortunately, by Liv. That
just needed to go up a little bit higher.
Yeah. That defensive, both Brigida and Neve, Brigida Singing and Neve Thorne were able to read that play beautifully.
and netting another goal. Aguchi 19 plays 13 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Hillier and McRae, Mellington. Oh, beautiful goal there from Lily Howe. 14 plays 19 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Card 6 minutes played in this second quarter thanks to Cavalry Homes. Liv Sanson, great feed there to Aguchi. Plenty of space to move into and loving that she's not coming off the hold too early.
No, she's leaving in the exact right time, which is wonderful and also crucial when you're passing that kind of play, the high ball.
Space there opening up. Mid-range shot from Howe, skims out and Ferber. Great defensive rebound, transitioning the ball too.
Oh, and Maddie Lloyd pulled 3 defenders in her drive then, so that was probably pretty good, even though she didn't get the ball.
Contesting and the flat ball into Aguchi, but this time in the right space. 21 plays 14 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. For the Panthers, we did mention how much hotter it is today, Max.
Oh, a lot
Without
hotter.
Brooke Wilson through that mid-court, whether they look to Sarah Curley or Amy Houlihan to give either of the mid-quarters a rest, or if they decide to go and run out the 4 quarters, knowing that over the next few weeks, this weather hopefully will stay.
Yep.
And a good opportunity to get some more warmth and heated run through the legs.
Look, it's actually has come at the right time, this weather, because you don't want to be like playing in a prelim or a semi-final and it be hot as, and you haven't played in those conditions since the start of the year. So it's great to get your body ready.
Lloyd and Ferber, great double play and speed. That's singing again. Just really working off the body there, but close enough to keep Sanson in check and just get hands over ball, because the transition from the Panthers was really quick, but likewise Demani, that unassuming arm, just timing the hands over.
Oh, Brigitte singing again with the touch.
She's in everything. Thorne, great work to try and hedge the space there for the pass over to Sanson. Manages to hold the 3 feet, but Sanson notching the goal for the Panthers. 22 plays 14 here. Causes so much pressure as we see the pressure building between Mellington and Clancy. There wasn't an inch between them for that drive coming down.
Both wanting that ball.
Probably unfortunate for the Tigers that they haven't had the services of Mellington available for every round this season, because we can just see what impact she and change she can make when she comes on. Samuel forced to go back to Fairbrah.
That was a great pass in. I mean, the Albury Tigers unfortunately threw it over a bit too high, and Kate Maserati was just in the right positioning for Lavington to be able to get that intercept.
High ball. Again, Thorne trying her best there. Not quite enough as Christine drops another one for the Panthers. 24 plays 15 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
Oh, and a great intercept by Steph, just got her hands onto the ball and was able to pass quickly to Liv Sampson.
2-on-1. Singy tries her best, but contact. And finished nicely by Aguchi. 10 goals the lead here to the Panthers. Not far off half-time. Well done to Lloyd there.
Yeah, was able to pull it in.
Pull that in. And a rebound from Thorne. Tigers on the attack. Better transition play there.
They're passing a lot in front, but they're really managing to get there every time, Albury Tigers, so they're doing very well with it.
Pushing their players, although that one a little bit too far
Might have
in
jinxed
front.
them.
Commentators curse.
Yeah.
Mastronati steps up to the line.
Well, it's hard to see past Lily Howe's hands. They're very long and, yeah, they dominate that space, which is great.
Panthers go back, find a little bit more space. Lloyd, great angle there. Pass 1-2 between the shooters. Love to see it. And a great finish there from Liv Sampson, taking the Panthers up to 26, leading the Tigers 15 here on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Standouts in this first half, Mats?
Look, Brigida Singy has definitely stepped up. She's watching that play as well as giving that pressure in the goal circle. But also Liv Sampson has been working really hard and really well. Bit of a really great positioning by her, and also working really well with Christine. I mean, Christine is holding her space beautifully as well. So, look, it's hard to narrow it down.
When you're leading by 11 goals, everyone's contributing really well.
Yeah.
Thorne, Fisher, McRae. Great transition there from Tigers. Singy.
Well, unfortunately, just passing a little bit too far for Sarah Mellington to pull back in.
The unforced errors from the Tigers are probably keeping them further at bay in this game.
Keep it simple. That's what you got to do every time. Unfortunately, I've heard it way too many times, but you still keep trying to do that hard things.
It's like the old, make sure you walk the ball.
Oh, great pull in by Christine, even though she's dropped it, she's still got herself in the position.
Get the pass off, and a great finish there from Liv Sampson in goal attack. 27 plays 15. Panthers with the centre pass to come into the final minute and a half of this first half. Fisher throwing everything at the ball. Sampson stepping up.
Well, unfortunately, just hitting the back of the net when Christina Gucci's just taken that shot.
Transition play from the Tigers. Great release. Beautiful passage of play there from the Tigers. Nancy again. Throwing everything at it, but coming offside instead. Killia. High ball into Howard. She just can't seem to get both hands up to it today. But that's the defensive pressure where they're positioning themselves.
And also blocking out that other hand.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing worse about it.
Quickly before half-time. Fairbrah to Sampson. High ball in. Just a little bit too much on it. Tigers will want the quick reply if they can. Hillier. Singy. Ellington. Mastronati. Great effort there. Great contest. All she saw was ball.
She does do well, Mastronati, to hunt that ball out when they're feeding it into those pockets.
Finish there from Howe, and Tigers will keep their centre pass to start the second half. So half-time, the Tigers trailing by 11-27 to 16 here. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery!
I can actually drive!
Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Now it's on.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, kindly brought to you by McRae Motors. It's half-time at the Lavington Sports Ground. Hard to believe we are already at the last game of the home and away season. Lavington marching along with a comprehensive lead at half-time, 29-16 from our position here. We can see Tigers have really shaken things up. Lots of changes on their court. The youngster and Kajana McCowan will be lining up in goalkeeper. Claudia Hocking will be taking the court in goal attack. Sarah Mellington being swung into wing defence. McRae remains in centre. Schroeder will retake the court as wing attack. Howe behind Hocking in the circle. And Singy remains out at goal defence. So change up, they're throwing everything out there, they've got nothing to lose. For the Panthers, change up in the defence end. Ferbra will be dropping back into goalkeeper. Audrey Adams getting the chance. Again, the opportunity back on the A-grade court in goal defence.
And she got that last week. Yeah.
Remaining the same.
And she worked really hard and played really well last week when she came in that defence position.
Tigers with the centre pass to start. Beautiful drive from McRae there. Hitting circle edge. Hocking, mid-range shot. A little bit too much on it. Rebound effort from Ferbra, deemed a contact. Howe, her first attempt, but misses the start of this third quarter. Thanks to McRae Motors. Clancy Manuel, high ball over. Very tight on that sideline furthest from us.
And Mellington just gave the obstruction call against Maddie Lloyd.
Set Lloyd turning and looking great feed there from Sanson. Beautiful goal from Christina Gucci to get us underway in this second half. Singy, we were talking about during the latter parts of that second quarter, but off air as well, she just times things beautifully.
Oh, great pass by Maddie Lloyd into Christina Gucci. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to bounce in, but had that second attempt and was able to get it in.
31 plays 16 here on the Cavalier scoreboard. Hocking finding space on the transverse line for that centre pass. Howe. Force forward, eyes down of the defenders and a great feed in.
Well, unfortunately, bounce the back.
For Howe. Bowling plays forward. Mellington giving Sanson a little cuddle there on her way through. Contacting. McCowan gets a touch. Christine, 32 are the Panthers. In the other games, Yarrawonga strong lead over Wodonga 35-18. Raiders a very strong lead over Myrtleford 31-18, and in the lower ranked game North, a 2-goal lead over Wang Rovers. So the Rovers notching a couple back late in that second quarter.
That was a quick goal by Lavington just then getting it into their third, and just it was about 10 seconds they had it in the goal, and Christina Gucci was shooting the goal.
Schroeder.
Unfortunately, Audrey Adams just dropped the ball after it being played through two Tigers attackers' hands.
Is Audrey still at school?
Yeah, she is. Yep, you forget how young some people are. Yep, I think maybe you're doing year 12 or could even be year 11.
Fantastic. We love to see it, and Christina Gucci the same at the other end, currently finishing off year 12.
Had the opportunity to train with higher teams this year as well, which has been great in Melbourne.
And rewarded for the defensive effort she contested. And that jump, I think that's why they've put her in there, just to change the dynamic up a little bit. Mellington, long ball to McRae.
Gives that real excitement for Albury for having those young people in to take the court for A grade.
Hocking, just rolls off again. So Tigers just not really having the luck with the rings at the moment today. And now it's short. Ferber taps it to Adams and Clancy, the outlet ball. Singy coming through. And again, McCowan contests.
High ball into
out of range
Christine.
For Aguchi, back to the transverse line, and a good reset for the Panthers. Oh,
gosh, that was good by John McCowan.
That was great, but Singy's out of play.
He picked up that ball beautifully.
Mellington wasn't ready for it. Disappointing because both defenders in that circle there causing the turnovers.
And great play by Lavington. They're not stressing about that defensive play.
Again, and the turnover again. So Tigers on the attack, far on the other side of the court. Centering ball, Hocking was coming forward. That ball was probably a little bit behind. The Ferber gets the last touch, so it'll be a Tigers throw in. They'll need to capitalise on this just to stay in touch on this scoreboard. Hocking to McRae. And great goal there from Lily Howe. 32 plays 18 here on the Cavalier home scoreboard. Already 5 minutes played in this third quarter. Schroeder was looking for an option there, and unfortunately Hocking was just running with her back to the ball. Oh. Reefs out. Howe manages to get the rebound. Ferber stood out for obstruction. And it trickles in a nice couple of quick goals from the Tigers. Lloyd and Daniel been great through that midcourt.
Oh, great touch by Sarah Mellington there.
A beautiful shot from Liv Sanson.
Emmanuel just knew exactly where that was going to be, but unfortunately didn't get the two hands there.
Probably hung up in the air for a little bit too long as well.
Yep. That was a great hold by Lily Howe then. She wanted it and she kept that position, which is what you want as a strong, solid shooter in the A grade.
Certainly has, and coming up from 7 wins last year, a few of the A graders through the competition, how she's really come into her own in that circle. Sanson opts for the refeed. High ball, great ball there from Mamil. Much better range, and it just rings out again. Sanson, shorter range from her, and a rebound from McCowan. Two hands outstretched.
Not sure what's happened with these goals at the moment. They seem to be all bouncing out.
Hocking, great drive there, just wrong-footed.
Oh, Audrey Adams.
Great work.
Read that play beautifully to be able to get into that front space and grab the ball, personally.
Credit to her footwork too, really quick footwork on her toes. And Lloyd's down again at the other end. I think just a tripping of feet there, tangle of feet. Oh. And Christina Gucci makes no doubt. Panthers are out to 34 here, playing the Tigers 20. Hocking, McRae.
Hocking seems to just know exactly where the ball needs to be every time that she's getting into that circle, which is great.
It's a short shot there from Hocking, not enough height on it, just hit the front of the ring to come straight back out. Lloyd forced to go back. Defensive pressure of the Tigers. Singy, Mellington playing chase. Oh, McCowan again with the jump. But not enough. A great finish there from Christina Gucci, 35, plays 20. Apologise, 36 plays 20.
These goals are quick.
Just aren't quite ticking over quick enough, the digital. And our scoreboard attendants are a couple of goals behind at the other end.
Can we blame them?
Lloyd. Great bounce pass there between Lloyd and Dynamio, but again, Sydney coming through. Oh, great hands from McRae. Devastating through the centre court.
Oh, great positioning by Ferber to get that front play and to get two hands to it as well, cutting off Lily Howe.
A great drive there from Adams. Really held her own. Took on the angle nice and tight. Sanson, quick release. And the finish from Aguchi. Takes the Panthers up to 37, leading the Tigers 20 here. Outstretch for Schroeder. And again, just the Tigers attackers getting a little bit caught up there trying to find the space, and Panthers really limiting them with where they want to move and capitalising with the defence and Lloyd quick hands. A little bit too much. McCowan stepping up. Singy to McRae. Schroeder, great ball there.
Great defensive pressure by Steph Clancy in that front position.
Hands over.
Schroeder's got those fast feet, so she's done very well there.
And there, sinking 21st goal for the Tigers. into the final 5 minutes of this third quarter. Christine opts for the high ball, cross court. Singy and Iguchi finishing there, 38 plays 22. 21, sorry. Gosh.
It's all right. We'll leave the scores.
Handwriting.
Yeah, that's fine. Great feed in there by Schroeder, just to hocking and positioned her body beautifully to get the defence on the back side of her. So that's Liv Sanson, who's just called.
So we'll see Monica Dimvoski enter the court. Visually very similar to Kate Yench.
Yep.
Ex-Panthers and ex-Tigers player at the opposite end of the court to where Yenchi would be, but
with their first touch for this game, which was a beautiful feed into Christine. Worked really closely with Christine last year, Monica did, so they played beautifully together and, yeah, did a lot of work to be able to get that B-grade grand final as well.
And better shot there from Cow. One of probably the Tigers' quickest goals of this third quarter.
Oh, beautiful feed in by Ange Manuel to Iguchi.
And short shot from Dimvoski, but it'll be a Panthers throw-in. Oh, McCowan again, but taps it to her opposition, and again, it's doing a mountain of work in there, and that's why they've put her on.
Oh, unfortunately missed again. Oh,
again.
Bend and flick. It's always those little ones are always the hardest ones to go.
And the crowd at the other end goes wild.
There's no pressure with those long shots, but you know, those little ones you should get in, and you know, they're the hardest ones to get in.
How just trying to figure out Ferber there, and I like that she tried not to set up too early. Kind of a Ferber guessing, and a longer shot from Lauren. Great finish there, and a reward for the defensive effort from McCowan. Looking for an option. Adams out of play. High ball into Howe.
Oh, Adams nearly with the interception there, as Lily Howe passed from one side of the circle to the pocket, and Albury has done very well to get that goal really quickly as well. They've worked really.
Quick reply.
Yeah.
39 plays 24. Mellington out of play. Oh,
Christine with the two hands. Vagina just
in space, and Singy offloads, and the long ball hocking in goal attack. Clancy coming through.
The big pass to Monica.
A couple of just mistakes from both teams late in this third quarter. Lloyd and Adams slowing the pace down. Dimvoski high ball into Iguchi, and well-paced ball. Dropping for the Panthers' 40th goal of this round 18 clash. 40 plays 24 here.
Oh, and Adams.
Pressure from Adams again.
She's reading that play beautifully, Adams.
And holding her 3 feet.
Yeah.
Lovely, so she can get her arms, keep her arms, and get a little touch on the ball late. All that ball just behind Demamiel on the run.
Beautiful by Dimvoski, just to quickly pass back out rather than taking that long bomb.
Into the last minute here in this third quarter. Clancy and Lloyd. Dimvoski, well-placed pass again. And a quick reply from the Panthers. 42 plays 24 here. The Tigers have time to get one on the ball before three-quarter time. Clancy out of play, hocking. Oh, clever play there. Cow rolling through. Adams getting a touch on the ball again.
Unfortunately, Steph Leslie just stepped a little bit further in, but was able to keep the ball out of their ring, which was great.
So, at 3/4 time, the Panthers with the comprehensive lead. This is O&M Live Netball, and an O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery!
I can actually drive!
Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
We've got new sponsors here.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, thanks to McRae Motors, the Lavington Panthers 42, leading the Tigers 25. We're stepping on court for the fourth and final quarter again. Tigers changing things up. Thorne back at the goalkeeper, Mellington in, Fisher on that wing. The attacking end for the Panthers, with Sanson retaking the court in a goal attack, and Saguchi's first shot is short. There's a contact on the rebound, puts the Tigers on the attack. Mellington finding Schroeder, Howe and Ferber, all limbs down there. Oh,
Unfortunately,
that
just
looked
bounced
like a
out by Lily
beautiful
Howe.
shot, and it just bounced out. Oh.
It's a feed down the line by Tigers, really exceptionally and really quick down that transverse line.
Outstretched take from McRae. Beautiful shot there from Hocking. First goal of this fourth quarter for the Tigers, and their centre pass to come. So the first few minutes has just gone back and forth.
Yeah, it has.
Up and down the court, but Howe home alone. And another goal from the Tigers, 27 for them, 42 for the
Great to Aguchi. And then passing back to Liv Sanson, and Fisher taking the opportunity to grab that ball.
McRae finding plenty of space on that circle edge there. Clancy's been in everything.
Well, a long bomb by Lily Howe, and unfortunately hit the back of the ring.
Good rebound from Ferber.
You can hear Taylor Ferber's calling the settle as they quickly pass down the court.
Stepping on and just sidelets Tigers on the attack again.
They play a very quick game, Albury Tigers.
Once that space opens up, they can move the ball exceptionally quick.
Yeah. Great shot by Hocking as well, from that mid-range position as well.
Panthers with the first few goals of this fourth and final quarter. Looking to just finish their season off competitively. The Panthers we will see well and truly in the mix come finals as they start next week. Howe balks, and again just can't quite find the full net. Ferber, 2 hands on that ball. Lloyd and Demamiel through that mid-court have been exceptional for the Panthers today. As Thorne steps up at the defensive end.
Oh, and a quick pass by Heidi Fisher, unfortunately going to the wrong player.
Wayward.
And a quick feed in by Liv Sanson to Aguchi, and she slots that short one beautifully.
Clancy, Lloyd.
Oh, great pull in by Aguchi.
Thorne just not quite getting her feet far enough around. Sanson
just rolls out, unfortunately. They're the worst. Great hands over by Aguchi, forcing a little bit of a further pass for Thorne to grab and pull in.
Demamiel stands out of play.
Yeah.
The bottom court while one of the teams is warming up.
And a mid shot as well by Hocking again, but unfortunately didn't get it in, but Lily Howe pulled it in and got that shot. So if we're looking at the stats for today and so far in the quarter, Albury have really been making sure they're getting every goal, and they're making sure of every opportunity that they're getting.
Absolutely. As Adams has stood out of play. Lily Howe using the arc of the circle there. Staying in front of Ferber. Hocking looked like it was going to be the shot, but it was the pass instead. And another good reply here from the Tigers. Scored 5 out of the 6 goals in this fourth quarter. Great hustle there from Mellington. A drive from Lloyd was beautiful, but cut it off comprehensively. Fisher does her best to get a touch, but a foot inside the circle. Offside in the other games, Yarrawonga 64 leading Wodonga 36.
And a nice feed over by Demamiel as she passes to Aguchi on that baseline. And Aguchi was able to make that goal go in, which is great by her.
Finish it off well. 44 plays 30 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. Fourth quarter thanks to Martin's group, Albury.
Well, unfortunately, Hocking wasn't able to pull that in with 2 hands. That was a great position.
Another unforced error In the other games, Raiders 53, leading Myrtleford 37. So Myrtleford, credit to them, they haven't let that get too much further away. And North Albury with a 57 to 43 goal lead over the Raiders now. So I think that will mean that Raiders will finish in 4th, Myrtleford 5th.
Oh, and Gucci had 2 players on her, but Liv Sands still fed to her. But
strong there.
yeah, she did very well to pull that in with 2 hands.
Great hands from Thorne, and it just pops out again for Sanson. The outlet pass. Oh, McRae did well there, but off balance and couldn't quite get the clean pass.
Those cross-court passes are very hard to pull in when it's at high intensity like Albury Tigers like to play. Great look in by Maddie Lloyd to a Gucci on that baseline, and she was able to score from that.
Love the high release from Lloyd.
And I think that's something we've been working on at Lavington this year, especially from our earlier camps that we had, which was really great. So a great of really fed
Maddie
into
Lloyd
that.
has a shot on goal. Whoops, it is. Sorry, Mads.
No, that's fine.
And it's so important to have the high release because you can get it over the defender's arms, but as well, kind of is a shorter time frame to get the ball in, as well as catching and bringing it straight up high rather than kind of leaving it low.
Yeah, the power is a lot when you're feeding from that high range. Taylor Ferber with the hands.
Hocking to Schroeder. Little cuddle there on the circle from Samuel. Contact. Oh, soccer skills from Adams. Oh, that deserved a goal from Hocking, but didn't quite sink Sanson to DeMamiel. Moving well with Sanson since she came back on. Gives the ball. Holding call against wing defence Fisher.
A great split by Liv Sanson to be able to gain that little bit of space when it comes to that shot. But unfortunately just missing that goal.
Thorne. Fisher, Mellington.
They're just taking their time here, Albury Tigers, but they're not rushing it and they're making sure if they've got that space, which is great.
Clancy stood out of play at the other end. McRae waits for the attacking space to open. Hocking can't quite find the ring though. Ferber, a great rebound. Lloyd. Oh,
Nice quick pass
Mellington.
by.
Did well trying to time that play. Strength from Sanson. Not much room there between Aguchi and the baseline, but 47 goals nonetheless for the Panthers.
Oh, Taylor Ferber with the hands as they tried to feed it into Lily Howe really quickly.
Oh, Adams just had her back to the ball. Hocking long range shot.
Oh, what a great shot that is.
Beautiful shot.
Bounced in and then just hit the ring a few times before sinking. And Heidi Fisher and Maddie Lloyd are still going at it. They're playing fantastically against each other. As always, it's a lot competitive when it comes to that matchup. Liv Sanson unfortunately just went over the ring.
Too far. Hocking looks for an option. Good option that she chose there. The reset to Mellington. Put Gabe McRae on circle edge to Hocking. And found her range for the Tigers' third goal. 47 plays 33 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. Martin's Travel Group, our sponsors in this fourth quarter.
And Hocking calls for the ball in. Unfortunately, it's just jarred her finger, I think, a little bit when it's come in because it's come off a few different players.
It's like getting hit in the nose, jarring.
Oh.
It's one of those things. It's just that initial sting.
And Aguchi with that goal there.
48 plays 33 here. Mamuel in centre. Ever been the competitor for the Panthers. Ball's just being retrieved.
Great feed in by D'Emanuel.
Cross court deep into the pocket.
These always make me a little bit nervous when they go cross court in that attacking circle.
Oh,
with Sanson.
He had the rebound, but Sanson, 2 hands on it, finishes with a nice goal for the Panthers in final 5 minutes of this 4th quarter, thanks to Martin's group. Albury 49 plays 33. As we spoke about in pre-game, certainly those mid-court matchups have been where the ball has been won today. I think Steph Clancy's been really consistent in wing defence for the Panthers, making really hard work for Gretel Schroeder. I think probably her and Mellington matched up best today. Gabe McRae and Edge D'Emanuel, they both just can run all day and really control that centre, as we see D'Emanuel connecting with Clancy and Maddie Lloyd. And whichever wing defence she's been put under a lot of pressure, she's really stood up and made some really great feeds through the wing attack.
Great driving there by Liv Sanson. She was able to pull, the defenders went for Gucci, and then Liv Sanson was just able to have a pop from that mid-court.
Sanson finds Lloyd.
So 2 players again on Gucci, but she's holding strong to get that high feed. Oh, and Aguchi's just hit the ring a few times, and Aguchi's able to pull it in, which has been a nice one for them.
51 plays 33 here. On the X-Ray Group scoreboard, Howe looks for Schroeder.
Albury haven't really enabled Taylor Ferber to have much of an impact in terms of blocking out the shot, because they've been feeding it really beautifully into that circle, which hasn't allowed her to get that high ball. So well done to Albury Tigers for that.
Fisher and Lloyd. It's not long to go, but there hasn't been any space separating them.
Oh, Aguchi, I don't think she was meant to be shooting, but she accidentally hit the ring there. And Aguchi pulled that in from a feed from Maddie Lloyd.
52 plays 34 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard.
And a quick feed to Schroeder, back to Mellington and to McRae, and a feed into Hocking. Going for that long shot. Oh, unfortunately just hit. And Lavington's ball, Taylor Ferber has just fed from that baseline down the Tigers' end, down the Tigers' shooting end.
I think for the Tigers, Brigitte Singhi has been outstanding. When she was on court, she was off in this final quarter. We really saw what timing damage she can do. Oh, Christine then with the rebound. I thought Gabe McRae's battled well all day through that centre court.
Yeah, has done her role beautifully. Hasn't made too much of an impact, but as a centre player, you don't want to make a huge impact. You just want to be that 3rd option every single time, which is exactly what her and Ange are both playing like.
And she was just there, but a little bit too much on that. Clancy to D'Emanuel to Lloyd.
Great defensive pressure for Albury Tigers as they pass the ball down to Lavington.
The Hooter goes for full time, the Panthers. The Victors 52 over the Tigers 34. Great contest out on court. A little bit warm out there today. In a moment, Maddie will go and retrieve our player of the day. We'll just let the players do their huddle very quickly. In the other games, they have finished very much the way we probably expected them today. Yarrawonga 72 over Wodonga 41. Raiders 61 over Myrtleford 41, and North Albury 66 over the Rovers 50. A big thank you as always to our sponsors, McRae Motors, our major sponsors, Cavalier Homes, 777 Automotive, Martins, Albury and the X-Ray Group. As Maddie Hines just gets our player of the day today. In a win like that, could have been any player on court, and it will be a player from the Panthers. And it is the centre player in Ange Demamiel. Hey, Razor. Hey, Ange, here, take this one. Yeah, sure. Congratulations, our player of the day. It was a bit warm out there today.
Very warm, Marie, especially a full game in centre. I don't think I've actually done that all season.
So it'll be nice to see Brooke Wilson back.
Yes, it was lovely to be thrown in and get the win.
We mentioned on air, it was really nice, the combination. Obviously, you and Mads have played so much together.
Yeah.
It was really starting to look very seamless between the two of you into Christine and going through there.
Yeah, absolutely. Our gelling and our connection with one another, and probably our timing was off to start with, but I think we worked on that and we got it in. And
we mentioned too, it seemed like the ball was going in just a little bit higher to Christine, which obviously she's got the height that you can afford to do, but it's finding that balance.
It is, and also too, it's taking the heat off the ball as well, which I find takes a little while. You've got to get into the game to actually start to do that, I think.
Absolutely. So it's been a great home and away season, but it's on to finals next week.
It is.
You'll be up against Wang Magpies.
We will, in Wang.
And have you guys spoke much about finals yet? Or
No, it's just one game at a time for us. Get through the season, manage injuries, and I suppose just come together as a team.
Absolutely, and probably a few weeks ago you were sitting in that 5th position, so to have earned 3rd and earned that double chance, that takes a little bit of the edge so you can breathe a little bit for next week.
Absolutely, and I think we're peaking at the right time as well. I think it is a long season, considering majority start in January, and I think you really got to manage that peaking and kind of that tapering as well.
Absolutely. Well, our player of the day today, Angela, thanks so much, and all the best for finals. We look forward to seeing you up against the Magpies next week.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks. Well, this has been O&M Live Netball. Thanks to you, Maddie Hines, for joining me in commentary today. Next weekend, we'll see us at the WJ Finlay Oval on Saturday for the qualifying final, which will be the Wangaratta Magpies taking on the Lavington Panthers, and then get a double dose of O&M Live Netball with the elimination final, a rematch of today's game between the Murderford Alpine Saints and the Wodonga Raiders. This has been O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery!
I can actually drive!
Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.